eventually will just lead to a deeper knowing that we can do anything, so therefore we can just get out of that. So sometimes we have to go through those things to know it more and to celebrate even more then. So I will talk about more of the details, of course, and I'm wondering if I should mention one actual experience. Yeah, I was living in Portugal. I was with my wife, and we were in a van, a converted bus on a campsite. It's quite warm weather in Portugal, South Portugal, and the mosquitoes and ants were in the bus. And I wanted to respect them. I was playing, but I was catching them in like a little net and just saying, hey, you're evicted, you haven't paid your rent. I'm just having fun, really. And nothing was biting me. My wife was upset because she was saying they were biting her. And I was saying, well, maybe, let's say we get both into the same vibe and then not judge them and not try to kill them. Maybe it'll be better, And then they'll respect us both. And she couldn't go for that. She was already getting bitten, and she was angry, and it's hard to get out of that once you're in that other vibe. You're kind of in a war situation, like, I'm going to get you back, you got me, or however started it or whatever, but it doesn't nobody even knows of it. You're just in that situation of like hit out and defensive and aggressive or whatever against whatever it is. So basically my wife was just getting more annoyed as I was asking her to do this. Eventually, and I was the one that was I was drawing in the street and making donations for a big drawing about the ecology at that time, and I said to my wife, well, I don't really want to buy things to kill it. She wanted to buy poisons and things, mosquito spray, which I could understand, you see. So she was saying my skin's softer, so they're going for me, and I'm like, makes a sense as well, because my skin, I was, outdoors more, working harder, out in like building ways, a rougher edge kind of like lifestyle. She was more indoors, and that's all, she's still working, but anyway, she got me to believe her side more, and I gave her some money because I was the one that was earning, so that was why it was a bit tricky. She wanted to buy things to kill the ants. I'd like put some honey outside, some jam, and some of the ants were going outside on the washing line out, but not all of them and stuff like that, So eventually I did give her the money after a few days of this like kind of arguing about it all and stuff, and I thought, I'll just let her do this. So she put all the ant poison down or whatever it was and tried to kill them all, but she didn't kill them all either. The thing is though, that night, and I say I honestly can tell you, as the universe is my witness completely and utterly, I know this, nothing was getting me at all. And that's why I was so convinced that why couldn't they even try and nibble me, I've got areas on my skin, where it's softer, and they could easily, in the neck and around the ankles, they do, and I've had that since, and way before that, but at this time I was in this vibe, and I was noticing that the happier I was, and the more kind of respectful of all the rest of the nature I was, the less I was being attacked by anything like that. And so, well, anyway, we went to bed that night, and when I woke up in the morning, I was covered in ant and mosquito bites. I mean, like, really ravaged by them. And unless I'm just making this all up, which I could be, there is absolute evidence that there is a consciousness or something there, or there is. They are conscious, aren't they? I mean, they look around, they've got little eyes and everything. They're pretty keen and intelligent, right? So, what do you think of that? Think about that. What does that mean? That is, and you know, since then I've never ever been totally in that state. I would like to get back to that state again. It was something that you can do, but we can all. The thing is, we can all get closer to that state. I am attempting now to get back and even further into that state again. A lot depends on how you are with all with the world, basically. How you get your food in, how you get, you see what I mean? Who you're relating to. If you're relating to people that are negative, that negative brushes off to some degree usually. There is a way of staying completely clean from it. It's a delicate way to actually completely get into that pure positive energy. So, but the thing is, wherever we are, we can always get a bit purer in that. We can always feel better, a little bit better. Just say to yourself, this morning I can feel a little bit better. Tomorrow I can feel a little bit better. Tomorrow I can trust more. Today I can trust more.